Hi everyone, and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you 3 of my best bets for tomorrow's horse racing action. Before we get into that, just want to quickly recap on how our selections have ran today. At the current time of recording, I'm doing this video at 7:15, and we still have one more selection to go, which runs in the finale at Lingfield with Tuatha, I think that's how you pronounce it. Bad probably pronunciation there, but I think he's got solid claims, but fingers crossed he can do the business for us. But away from that, it's been a really good day for us today. We've come out of 2 winners. Our Longshot won at Musselburgh with Smart Lass. She dug really deep for Ian Jardine and Andrew Mullen. Now, we did put the horse up at 7-1 each way last night. Was very well fancied in the market. There were a couple of non-runners as well, which meant you would have got a rule 4 on that if you did take the early price. But she still, nevertheless, won at a nice price. She was a really game winner. And I just think the soft ground really made the difference this time, you know. She showed that she still had some ability on her first 2 starts this season, and she was able to do the job today. So she was a good winner there. Ocean Wind as well was another winner for us. 11-4 we put that up at last night. It again was very well fancied. I just never really fancied John Locke. I just think he didn't have an extra turn of gear. And Ocean Wind, I just thought had a little bit more class about him, and it was a good ride by Jack Mitchell because he got outpaced at one point during the race, and he got him into a good position, and that really definitely helped him, because if he'd probably been held up, he might have just been lacked for a turn of gear, because I think he's going to need a slightly further up in trip. But the fact that Jack Mitchell got him towards the front of the field was a really good move, and I don't think he would have won the race if he'd made that move there. So Jack Mitchell definitely got praise in there. I know a lot of jockeys, especially from punters as well, always get their or get their criticism, but I just think Jack Mitchell there, you have to take note that was a very, very good ride, I thought, on Ocean Wind, and it'd be interesting to see what he does. I think he should go for a race like the Cesarovich. I think he's got bags of untapped potential, and it'd be interesting to see what the handicapper gives him. The only disappointment on the day at the time of recording was Uncle Dick, who happened to be my nap for Eve Johnson Horton. Again, was well fancied, you know, he'd been strong in the market all day, but in the end, he just didn't like the track, and Charlie Bishop was very animated very early on. It was a very disappointing run. I'm not sure if I would back him again. Maybe I could forgive him the run, but he's still got a lot to learn, to be honest with you, and maybe the mark of 65 was maybe a little bit high for him looking back on it now, even though he did have strong form claims and he did catch the eye last time. So on the fence with Uncle Dick moving forward, but yeah, he was a very frustrating nap there. But we still have been doing well with the naps in August. We're still nicely up, and fingers crossed it was just a blip and we can get back on it tomorrow. But we'll get straight into the tips for tomorrow, and we've got 3 tips tomorrow that are coming thick and fast. They all run within an hour of each other, and we're going to go to Beverley for our first tip for the next best, with a horse that we've put up on his last 2 starts, and that is Le Chiffre, who's the James Bond villain, funnily enough, in Casino Royale. I'd say it's probably the best Bond film ever made. Let me know what your favourite Bond film is, and we can maybe have a little bit of a debate about it in the comments box below. But Le Chiffre, the horse, not the banker from Casino Royale, is trained by David O'Meara, and Daniel Tudhope is but for the ride tomorrow. Now, this horse has got some good solid form this season. He's already a dual winner this year, winning at Beverley on his first appearance of the season. He then went to Hamilton, where he put in a nice display, and he still ran really credibly last time out behind an improver of Michael Bell's called the Bottom Bay. He went on to win again at the course, so that piece of form is looking not too badly. He is going to probably face a few more decent rivals than he's done so far in his career, but off a mark of 83, off a low weight, getting weight from some of his rivals and getting that 3-year-old allowance, I still think he has untapped potential, and there should be some ease in the ground as well, which I do think helps him. I think he likes a little bit of cut in the ground, and I just think there's a lot in this horse's favour tomorrow. We still haven't got to the bottom of him, and I think off a mark of 83 he still has a little bit more to come off that mark. So Le Chiffre is going to be my next best tomorrow, and fingers crossed he can continue his promising form this season. We then go for a bit of jumping action tomorrow at Sedgefield in the 325 with a horse called Two Blondes for champion jockey Brian Hughes and Donald McCain, who's got a great relationship for is the trainer of this horse. Now, this horse is actually going to be my long shot tomorrow. You can currently back him at 6-1. I know that's not the biggest long shot I've ever put up, and I don't normally put long shots up at these kind of prices, but he's going to be my biggest priced selection tomorrow. He's my only each way pick as well. I didn't really fancy something at a really big double figure price like I often do, but I think Two Blondes is a little bit of an outsider in this field and should be a lot shorter. Now, he's like I said, he's trained by Donald McCain, and he's been doing all right of late. He had a winner at Bangor the other day, and I think sometimes his horses can be always at a little bit of value, and I think this horse is here. Now, this horse has been running on the flat for a lot of its career. He used to be with Mick Shannon, and then has been running a couple of times for Donald McCain on the flat, but then ran over hurdles last time at Seville, and I thought that was a highly encouraging effort that day, where the form has worked out quite well. Jamucho for Charlie Longston went on to win again at Seville. He does have to, or this horse does have to re-face the second place horse from that race with Fergal O'Brien's runner, but I think that this horse had excuses that day. Two Blondes, the horse lost a shoe, which I think sometimes can be one of those things that just go under the radar, and it's always something worth checking if your horse ran bad. Because I know, remember Caravan of Hope, like I said, he lost a shoe at Wolverhampton, and it's something that can often be a reason why a horse might run disappointing. But yeah, Two Blondes lost a shoe last time out after running well for a really long way, and really did travel into the race nicely and didn't find anything really in the closing stages, and I think that was the reason why. Also as well, this horse is going to be getting a 4-year-old allowance tomorrow, so it's actually going to be receiving a lot of weight from some of its rivals. And I think that this horse, off a mark of 105, might look a little bit high for it, but I think still has a lot of untapped potential over the obstacles. So for me, Two Blondes tomorrow. I just think there's a nice little each way bet there with the 8 runners. Hopefully the 8 runners do remain. There could be some non-runners tomorrow, obviously, because of ground and etc. and that. But for me, Two Blondes, I'd be disappointed if the horse couldn't go close, and that's going to be my long shot. We then only have to wait 5 minutes for the nap, which runs in the Beverley Bullet, the listed sprint race, which is normally Beverley's one of their feature races of the year. And I'm going to go with Keep Busy as my nap here for Jason Hart and John Quinn. John Quinn, his yard have been quiet of late, but they did have obviously a really good winner in Safe Voyager when he won at York on Saturday in the City of York Stake. I think that's the name of the race, but it was the Group 2 he won in. But yeah, this horse Keep Busy's done really well for connections. John Quinn as well has got a good reputation with his sprinters, with the likes of El Astronaute in recent years, and this and Liberty Beach as well. But this horse, Keep Busy, she's been really progressive this season, got lots of good form, and normally a lot of her best form comes when there's cut in the ground, and the current going at Beverley is soft. There could be a little bit of rain around as well in the afternoon tomorrow, so if that does continue to rain there tomorrow, I think it's going to help her, and I think she's got a good chance getting the 3-year-old and filly allowance. Her form behind Art Power looks pretty good. Okay, I know Art Power didn't do much for it in the Numfort, but before that the form line stack up quite well. She won a nice conditions race on soft ground at Haydock. She's got lots of good form this season, and for me, I just think she's a very likeable favourite tomorrow, and I wouldn't want to oppose her. And I think with a good draw and stall too, if she can get into a good position, she is dangerous tomorrow, and she could still have a little bit more improvement to come. So at 3-1, she can be my nap. Not the most original selection, but I'd be disappointed if she couldn't go very close. So they're the 3 tips for tomorrow's horse racing. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you hit the subscribe button for more videos here on my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Twitter as well, where my handle is @LuckyLoader15. And if you want to check out my website for a full portfolio of my work, if you want to know a little bit more about myself, go to my website, which is www.chrisloaderracing.co.uk. Please gamble responsibly. Hopefully we can have some winners tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.